Hello, everyone. Good evening, good morning to everyone all over the world. This is your girl, Miss Uniqueness, the co-host of the Roy Anthony Show. I will be filling in for him on today because he is out doing business. But today, the topic is: have you ever been in an Ike Turner situation? And if so, were you Ike or were you Tina? And the reverse of that subject is, if you have not been in that situation, have you ever witnessed someone who was? And backstage, I have Miss Jeanette Moore in the building, and I'm going to welcome her on the show this morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Top of
How,
the morning to you.
how you
How
doing?
are you this morning? I'm all is well. How are you this morning?
I'm refreshed. I'm blessed. Blessed.
Hey man, where you looking good there this morning.
Thank you.
You're looking like $1,000,000 this morning. Hey
Thank you.
man. Yes,
So
ma'am.
yeah, you see, I got Ike and Tina back here in the background.
Yes, ma'am.
See it, but today's topic was basically about abuse, whether it be in a relationship, a situationship, um, family abuse, spouse, children abuse, abuse. Period. At the end of the day, and the question was, were you the Ike or were you the Tina in the situation?
Well, at one time I was Tina, but when it's all said and done, I was like, so uh, it's a give and take situation. But when you've been doing all the giving and they doing all the taking, you just get sick and tired of being sick and tired. So you just have to do a thing called role play and get what's yours, whether you get it voluntary or involuntary. So that's how that happened. But in the midst of doing that, you learn that I ain't got to do all that. Let me do something different. So then you figure out the best thing to do with this is to just walk away. Whether you have to run, walk, or ride, just get away. And once you get away from it and you go back and you look at what you went through and you're like, was it really worth all that? Why did I stay as long as I stayed? What was I staying for anyway for? What did I gain out of it? Then you look at the bruises on your arm, the scars you got. Now you got a tattoo that you didn't even want, that you should have never had, you
Yes.
know. But it's a reminder to say, well, been down that road. I ain't going down that road no more. So it makes you look back over your life, look at where you was to where you are now. So, you know, I Tina, the same way like eat cake anime. I ain't got to eat that cake if I don't want to eat that cake. You're gonna
Right.
eat the cake anime. Okay, so now but you got people of today. They may not do it like Ike did Tina, but you got people that's abusive like that, whether it's family, friend, or co-workers, they do you like that, and you have to realize, why am I going through this? I'm better than this. And God didn't make me to be abused. God loves me. And I got to first love myself. So once I love myself, God can move me out of those situations. He can place me in a better situation. And I ain't got to deal with this. I don't need you. And I don't need this drama. Whether it's family, friend, associates, or whatever. Side piece, side chick, side hustler. I don't need none of that. Because now I found the Lord. And I'm on a new scene. So it's the Jesus thing. So you said, bye Ike, bye Tina, bye all y'all. Well, I'm going this way. And trust me, God will put some more people in your life and in your pathway that would do all that needs to be done. But it's a give and take. We have to live and learn. And once we learn better, man, we can do better.
That's
I can
right.
only speak for self because I have done so much better now from where I was to where I am in my growing. So, and I'm continuing to grow each and every day because I'm under construction because of where God is taking me from where I was. So I'm just instead of I'm this building's being worked on. That song, this old building got to move. See all them old bricks. Don't you know that's just like a house? When they renovate the house, they take them old rotten boards off. They put some new boards on there and put a little paint on. Man, that look good. That's how we are in life. Taking off the old, putting on the new. See, look how cute you look right now. See what I'm saying? From what I saw yesterday, look at you today. Look at the smile on your face today. You can look how calm you are.
Right. I
See
am
there?
a
See what I'm saying?
American.
According to yesterday, look at you yesterday. See how refreshed you are. So we have to take a deep breath. Even have to cry sometime. I cry all the time. I cry happy tears. I cry cause somebody else cry. They cry, I'm crying too. Ooh, I'm just gonna cry. I'm
Right.
just cry, baby. That's what my kids call me. Mom, you just a big old cry, baby. But if you hurt, I hurt. If you can't rest, I can't rest. So and sometime I'm up praying. Somebody ain't resting. I don't even know who it is. But the Lord said, get up and pray, Jeanette. Okay. Don't know who it is. I found out later on who it was. Okay. So when you just be obedient. So yeah, give and taking. So I've been giving, I've been taking. And a lot of time it's been more me giving than me taking because people take your kindness for weakness and they
Mm,
just abuse it. But in the midst of that abuse, you have to learn to say, I ain't got to do this. I can do one better than this here. I ain't got to do this.
right.
And when you get to that point, and then when they see, oh, they don't need me. No, I don't need you, and I don't need your crap either. I can do this by myself. I ain't come here with no twin. I came here by myself, and guess what? When I die, I'm gonna die by myself.
That's
Somebody
true.
else may die the same day, but they ain't gonna die with me. But well, that's what we have to do. Like the song, that saying said, let the old me die out. You know, and let the Jesus in me come out. So that's what we
Mm,
got to do.
that's true.
Amen. I'm be quiet. I'm quit talking. Let somebody else talk. I'll be quiet because I be talking the whole day.
I appreciate that. Since I came up with this topic, I know everyone wants to hear my side, but I'm gonna hold on to that till a little bit later on. So we also have DJ King Moore in the back. I'm sure he has a lot to say based on the topic, so I'm going to run the topic again. It is, have you been in an Ike and Tina situation? And if so, were you Ike or were you Tina? And if not, have you witnessed someone who was in the situation as being a Ike and Tina situation? Welcome, Mr. Moore. Um unmute your mic, please.
I mean, I witness a whole lot. I mean, it is what it is from the stuff I done seen or whatnot. But I mean, some situations has been better than others. Some situations should have been avoided or whatever. So I mean, I've been in those situations and I've also witnessed those situations.
Were you Ike or were you
So
Tina?
I'm gonna say I was a Tina.
You were Tina. So
Yup.
why did you stay, or what happened, or none of our business? Like, why did you stay in that situation, or what did you do to come out of it?
I mean, the deal was my kids was involved. So hey, I stayed for my church until God removed me.
Okay, that's fair.
Man,
Amen.
that's what's up. That's what's up. We make them sacrifices for our kids. The sacrifices we make for our children. Yep. And
Right.
sometimes they have no idea of some of the things that you go through just for them, just for their safety, or just for their well being.
Right. So as for me, I have witnessed several abusive situations as far as Ike and Tina goes, which came in the form of friends. I've witnessed friends getting abused by their boyfriends, boyfriends getting abused by their girlfriends, all of hearsay. And sometimes I feel like anybody that can put their hands on someone else are cowards because it's something within them that has taken place. and something that has happened from the past has uprooted, and they're taking it out on the wrong people. Instead of handling the situation with who caused it, I feel like they wanted to take it out on whoever was there at the time. Um, Sometimes the Ikes could be a man or a woman have issues that they are not targeting, and they don't know they have these anger issues where they lash out on the smallest things. They act before they think, and then when someone else responds to them and it's not what they wanted to hear, they get upset and they take it out on you. Yes, I have been in abusive relationships. Um, it has come to times where it will be so bad till all you can do is cry, like you don't have no fight in you to even fight back. And the hardest part is having being in that type of situation that's so toxic and dangerous, and your children witness it. And then 9 times out of 10, it be little boys that witness the situation, which they can't even help because they're so young and they understand, but they don't understand. And when they get older, they have that anger in them and they lash out. So
That's true.
not only does the abuse affect the person that's being abused or the abuser, but the children. Nobody thinks about the children that are the main factor of the whole equation, the kids. So when they have this childhood hurt and they can't fight back because they can't go jump on this big giant back to stop one or the other from fighting, they have to sit there and witness it. And you got to remember that children are sponges and they pick up on everything. So whatever activity that's going on as a sponge that they see every day, that's what they're gonna do. Like if you a cusser and you cussing in front of your kids, little bitty baby, the first word is a cuss word. You want to whoop the baby, but who been cussing? So they only pick up from what
Amen.
they see. And I only can speak like that because I'm talking about self. I can't speak about nobody else. I only can speak about what goes on in my life. So most and there's a lot of parents that they play fight with their kids and stuff, and then your kids want to test you playing, but in reality they playing back on what they then saw and what they experienced, and so they gonna try you. These big boys, they gonna try you just to see their strength. Are
This
you
is
really gonna
true.
fight back, or are you gonna let them hit you, or they cussing in front of you and you laughing because it was funny? You gonna regret that as they get older, because now they think they your dad and
Show
your mom.
is.
They think they're gonna put their hands on you. I'm talking
This
about
is true.
self. Self. I'm talking about my grown boy. What?
I one
You
that I just this
put your face in.
I brought you I can sit them I be judged by the way everybody. I'm sorry. I ain't happening, Captain. The day you get too big to come up at me, it's going down. Ain't gonna be one left standing. I'm gonna be the one telling you, yep, here I stand. Guilty. You ain't got to carry me to court. I'm already guilty. No, ma'am, fam. We ain't going that route. That's why you have to be a parent first and foremost. That's a time and a place to laugh and play with your child, but they got to know their place. They got to realize I'm still mama. Don't care how grown you get, I'm still mama. And I'm gonna give you your respect, but you're gonna give it back to me. That's one thing my kids can never say. They've seen me upset, but just actually fighting. They only witnessed that one time. That didn't happen no more. Because we got away from that. Because if you got to fight me and you say you love me, how can you say you love me if you're gonna hit me and hurt me? You don't love me. No.
Right.
So I love you enough to just push on. I holler. I'm out of here. and go on out of there. Get on out. It's time to go. Time to ride. So that's
And
what we have to do.
that's what we gotta do. And
Yeah,
I
but
have
see, now nowadays these kids are having kids.
mhm.
You got kids having kids, and they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what to do with them because they weren't raised themselves. So how can you raise a child when you haven't been raised yourself? So what did your parents do for you? You know, I look at these young ladies, how they're having these babies and stuff, and the babies are suffering for it. But then when they get up old enough, they don't know nothing because
Okay.
they wasn't taught anything. But y'all expect for the school that learn them everything. No, they can't learn everything in school. But then when they get out here and they get hold to one of these games and they say, "Man, I'm your boy, I'm your brother, I'm gonna be there for you. Just do this, just do that." They feel these folks love them because they didn't get the love at home. See, love starts at home. Ain't the fact that love didn't bring you home last night. Now, this kind of love, the family love, starts at home. Ain't no love in this.
I
Yeah.
appreciate that. You're so right. Thank you, William Forby, which
I'll
is
get
brother.
right back with you.
Okay. My brother joined it. I'm gonna take you down, Miss Jeanette. So my brother, thank you so much for joining, tuning in to the show on today. And he posted, "You can't be their friend. I'm old school," and that's correct. And see, I messed up. I messed up when I try to be their friend. Hate to, have to walk on pins and needles and stuff to befriend my kids. And I was a young mother. I am a young mother. So parenting don't come with instructions. You be in situations again, and it always um go out and close the door. Y'all go out and close the door. I don't know. I'm on the show. But anyway, so I just feel like it depends on who you are and the environment that you're in at the time, because I was not raised up on love. I didn't have like the support that normal people should have. You know what I'm saying? So therefore, I don't know everything. I didn't know everything. And then when you in a relationship or in a marriage and the abuse is still there, who is teaching who? What morals are you teaching the children? So if you in a Ike and Tina situation and you got kids, you must forget that those kids are watching you. And most children or most boys, I want to be just like my dad. At that age, or they want to be just like their mom. At that age, that's not saying they don't understand really what that means. So when they grow up and they saw all this and they get a girlfriend or the girl get a boyfriend and they finna fire on these folks with the first thing that come out of their mouth, that's disrespectful because that's what they witnessed for so long. So in on stage at the back, I have my daughter who has came in. I asked her to come in because she has witnessed a lot of things that's going on as a child. So I felt that this was the perfect topic to bring one of my children in to speak on this. And she's gonna go by the name of Pooh. And before I get you on, Pooh, could you please unmute your mic? Okay.
Hi,
Hey, love, how you doing?
I'm fine.
So the topic on today, thank you for joining the show, and I do owe you for this, ma'am. So the
Yes,
topic
you
for
do.
today is, have you ever been in an Ike Turner situation? And if you were you the Ike or you were the Tina? And if not, have you witnessed the situation?
I've never been in an Ike Turner situation, mostly because I have crazy aunts, uncles, and a mother. So yeah, I don't think I would ever be in that type of situation. But I have witnessed it, well, with multiple people.
And how did that make you feel?
I know my very first time was with you, obviously. And I was like, I was really young. I mean, I couldn't really do nothing. I was like 3 feet tall. I was always scared. Only thing me and my brother and my sister them could do was we had a neighbor named Carolyn. We used to run to her house all the time whenever it happened.
Okay.
I know
And
when you see stuff like that, and it's by the people that's supposed to love you, like they're supposed to take care of you. It kind of makes you confused because if is that what love is, like is that how you show, that's what I used to always say, that's how you show somebody you love them. But I'm glad as I got older, like I learned, like that's not it. That you don't, if you love somebody, you don't put your hands on them.
right. I think you muted your mic. I don't know if you did it on purpose or not.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Where are you?
Coffee shop.
Okay, she's at work at the coffee shop, you guys. You're not gonna show your face today?
I guess. Hi.
Y'all, this is my
Don't talk
second
about how I look.
child. And your uncle Will said that's why where when and wherever they sick is wherever they get their medicine. And he also
See,
said,
that's one of the reasons why I would never experience that because of him.
and
He
the
kind of
other
crazy.
is he said, and no, you don't owe her. That's coming from, yeah, that part.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that later.
But yeah, and I brought a child on. She's 17, and he said big cheeks. The reason why I brought you on is because it's a lot of adults that come on and and they talk about situations and stuff, but there are children that have witnessed situations, and I wanted to bring the children on so that they can hear, so people all over the world can hear your view, your side of the story, and how it makes you feel to witness it. And as a child, did you, based on what you saw, did that make you um want to mimic the situation, or you knew what not to do, or it taught you how to look out and what, the signs, the red flags of what to expect, and conversations that take place that lead up to the abuse?
So for me, it showed me like the red flags of the situation. It didn't make me want to be in that type of situation. If anything, I used to always say like I still say like I'm never getting married type stuff because like if that's what go on, I ain't got time for it because no, that's just not what I want to see. And the fact that although it was happening to you, you made sure that he knew like that's not okay. Like, and you got out once you realized that it wasn't okay. Because to be honest, I think the only reason it happened to you is because you didn't really have, like, yeah, your mom and your dad is still alive, but like they didn't really show you, how a girl is supposed to be treated by a man. So
Right.
I believe you were only mimicking what you saw.
Hmm.
So as we got older, you always tell us. What thing is, even after y'all had got divorced, you never talked down on him to us.
Hmm.
You all you said was like, things didn't work out with us type stuff, and like obviously we knew because we was there. I'm pretty sure you got tired of your kids always being scared to go home and never wanting to, be at home by ourselves with him, and always having to run to me Carolyn because he just started something else because for no reason. And I think your breaking point is when he started doing it to us. Like every little single thing we did, we got in trouble for. I remember one time I had just started wearing shoelace shoes and I didn't know how to tie my shoes. And it was taking me a very long time to get ready for his start. And I got a whooping, like it wasn't even a whoop. I got a beating for not knowing how to tie my shoes.
Right.
Or when you would try to do me and my sister hair, he wouldn't allow you that because like they didn't do nothing, like they don't deserve this type stuff. I need your attention. And he wouldn't let you do our hair. It's little stuff like this. Like once you started seeing that he was not only doing it to you, but to us, that's what. lit the fire under Ken. That's what made you want to leave because you always say, long as if he doing it to me, long as they keep him away from my kids, I don't really care. I'll deal with it. But I believe once it got to your kids, that's when it broke it for you.
Yeah, that's true. And so my next question is, I'm not drilling you, but since you're on here, do you think in that situation is it a such thing? Would you call it the victim or the victor? Did I get victory? Would I use that as a like a stumbling block to blame everybody else to by being a victim, or I just say I get victory out of it because it was a learning process? Know what you think?
You. To be honest, I rarely see you play victim. In this situation, no, you didn't play victim, even though like you most definitely could have.
I gotta add. King Mo, I don't know if you wanted to get back on or not, but if you want to sit in the background, let me know. But I just saw you come back into the backstage. So Nyla, you gonna hang around? You muted. You know you muted. I couldn't hear you. What were you saying?
I didn't know I
Yeah,
muted.
I'm in a minute.
Okay.
Was I don't really remember anything after like you finally left him, but the fact that he moved in with grandma. I feel like you used after you left him, you started trying to get your own stuff. You started trying to get your life together. Yeah, it took a while, but you eventually got there. You ended up getting all your kids back. And when you got us back, you always told us like, you will never have to be in this type of situation again. You will never go with lights, gas, and water. And to this day, your house ain't never been without it. I mean, yeah, we all, yeah, we had our bad times over there, but that's one thing we have never been without: food, lights, gas, and water. And you ain't never put us in that situation again.
Hey, Big Hank. This is my daughter, Lanila. They call her Pooh. I had to join her in on the show due to the topic that I picked on today. And how you doing?
First,
He's the other co-host to the show, Nyla.
first of all, I'm doing great. You look gorgeous as always, Christina. And
Thank,
you didn't have to tell me that that was your pretty daughter because she looked just like you with her gorgeous self too. She pretty.
thank
But
you.
yeah, but yeah. So what's the topic? What's the topic?
So the topic is, you see Ike and Tina in the background I got for y'all today. Ike and Tina. So the topic was, have you been in an Ike and Tina situation? And if you have, were you the Ike or were you Tina? But if you was not, have you witnessed an Ike and Tina situation?
Yeah. Yes and yes.
Yes,
Yes. Yes and yes. Uh,
that.
I've witnessed it before, and I was Ike before. That's because I was in a situation where the young lady, she was doing some treacherous stuff, some dirty stuff behind my back. I found out, and that's when stuff went hayward. Went haywire. And so what I did was I got myself away from that situation. You
Right.
understand me? So I wouldn't have to do that again. And I don't agree with none of that Ike and Tina Turner stuff, man. I don't think a man should ever lay his hands on a woman. I haven't done it in at least 35 years, and I hadn't did it before I did it then. So it happened to me before. I slipped up and did it before, but I haven't done it since. And I don't condone it. I don't condone anyone who does it. Women aren't not to be hit on. Women are to be cherished and loved and taken care of like a flower, like a
Period.
flower.
And you
Yes, like a
exhibit
flower.
that manner very well. You do.
Thank you. Thank you very
Just the
much.
little bit I see when you open and close the door, y'all light up like little Christmas trees. That
Yeah.
is that's the ideal type of relationship that you model that, and
Yes,
I
ma'am.
commend you for that. And she is very blessed to have you. as
Thank
the
you
man
very much.
in her life.
Appreciate it. Appreciate that. Appreciate
I
that.
was trying to save the treat, so in case you did get on. So, Mo not is got not Mo, but Roy is not gonna be here today, so he left it up to me. And
Right.
we
He told me.
discussed this last night, and we're gonna start, bringing about my life to the forefront or
Yes.
whatever.
Yes.
And so today I decided to read an excerpt from my book. Um,
What? What?
this very topic, and it's just the beginning. And I just want, and when I was reading it to him on yesterday
Yeah.
night, he could not go through the first part. He got so pissed off. He said, "Where he at?
Right.
Him up, because I got some boys that's gonna go handle it." He was
Right.
so upset.
Yes.
He
Yes.
was wondering why I kept holding on to these stories because they are touching, they're real, and it happened. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
Yes,
I
ma'am.
thought I would bring it. The first people that I couldn't be more happy to bring my first part, a piece of my book out is on the show, where I first regained my voice to speak on real life situations, to not be judged, but to be loved and encouraged to keep pushing forward and to keep mentoring to the young women that have came into my life, to be a role model, to tell them the do's and don'ts in life, not to tell them what to do, but give them the options of what I would do or what I wouldn't do, and let them make those decisions. Because
Correct.
abuse is not a form of love at all. The
No.
scars is not going to erase the scars. Um,
No.
it's not going to erase the hurt, and it damn sure not going to fill in the voids.
No. Not
So
at all.
I just feel like before I read this story, I'm gonna change the names due to people, want to get some extra money other than a PPP loan that I don't have time for. You know what I'm saying? So
No.
um, it is some cursing in it. So to all the saved and unsaved people, I am human, you know, but this is real life, and that's what people need is people to be real. Stop trying to
Yeah.
sugarcoat everything and stop trying to put a band-aid on stuff when it's wrong. Wrong is wrong.
Right.
And so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do since it is 32 minutes in and I plan on being off on time. And I just like to read this, and for anyone that comments or whatever, you feel free to comment in the comment section and let me know what you think. And I'll just add everybody on so they can be on here to listen. Kimo, I don't know if you're ready or not, but I'm about to get ready to read the story. I don't know what happened to Big Hank already. I'm kind of wait for a few minutes before I read that. But Miss Moore, you miss when Lanila was on here, and she was, as a child, she was kind of speaking on what she witnessed as a child and how she felt in the process um when she couldn't help,
I
and
can
how
understand.
and how how it made her feel when it kind of domino effect on the kids. So after they beat on the spouse, then it goes to the kids. And so I felt like it would have been more perfect to have a child point of view in a situation, just as well as an adult. You see what I'm saying? So
Well, I can understand that. See, cause being a child, every Friday and Saturday, my mom and dad, they loved each other, but they would fight every Friday and Saturday. It got to the point till when we got ready to get off the school bus on Friday, they would say, "Y'all know they gonna get to fighting." And me and my sister look at one another and we just drop our head because we knew they was talking about our folks. But they would fight every Friday. They go down there to the little cafe, get their drink on, they come home, and they would fight. And so then when we got big enough, we got old enough. Well, my sister them didn't, but I did, because that was just me. And I'm like, my dad ain't gonna jump on my mama today. This ain't happening. So I made it my business. I said, I'm tired of you hitting on my mama. You ain't hit my mom no more. And so I got in between them, stop the fight. Y'all stop this fighting. My dad and my mom looked at me and told me, who told you this was your fight? So now, guess what? The fight ain't on them no more. The fight on me. Because I'm finna get a whooping. And I got a whooping. After they got to whooping me, they went back to the fight. So now I'm sitting there crying. I'm crying because they fight. Them crying because I got a whooping. So in the midst of me just getting the whooping, I'm like, I don't care. Y'all fight all y'all want. I don't care what y'all do no more. So I learned to just not say nothing. But when I got a little bit older, I said, y'all try that now. It ain't happening. But I knew not to get in the midst of another fight with my parents. I knew to stay in my lane. But it does hurt to see your parents fighting. But the good part about mine was, me and my mama wasn't no joke. She brought the beating to my dad. My dad had to come on with it. And a lot of times he be like, forget this. And he would run off. Mama said, that's what I'm talking about. I said, oh, okay. Then sometimes dad made mama run. She said, forget this. So guess what? I ran and got in the corner. I ain't saying nothing. Y'all just fight all y'all want. I ain't saying nothing. So that one whooping was enough for me. But it does. So that made me, being a child growing up, I said, when I get grown, I ain't gonna never get no man that gonna fight me as my kids see me getting jumped on. Because I knew what it felt like being a child and you couldn't do anything. And at one time my kids saw me laying on the floor and they thought I was dead. And to hear my kids and I couldn't say nothing, that tore my heart out. I can't do this. And that lingered on in my kids for a long time. They were mad with their dad because he had hurt me. And for a long time, they didn't really say nothing, but they had that anger built up in them and they didn't like it. So it makes a child kind of like take sides, so that's why we have to be careful of these relationships we get in because it affects the child. It really does. So, and it affects them bad. So, that's the reason why I'm like, well, I got pump brakes, it may be good over there, but it ain't good for them. So, and my kids, we went through some issues with some of the people that was in our life for a minute, but through it all, my kids and I, we had a relationship. We could talk about it. So that's why my thing is for the younger generation, the kids can't pick for you, but be mindful of what they see because they absorb everything they see. My mama did it. My daddy did it. Do as I say, not as I do. Don't do what I do because you don't want to do what I did. It wasn't right. But now you can do what I do because I talk about the Lord and I serve him. So that's what that is. So I hate I missed it, but I'm going to make sure I go back and watch the replay.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
sure am. Yes, ma'am.
So I'm glad you are on here now, but because I'm about to read one excerpt of out of my book for the first time to the public. Trying to get a feel or idea of how I'm gonna do the book signing in the future. So the title of this chapter is The Marriage from Hell. And it's based on the topic which was abuse, like an Ike Turner situation. So I hope you guys enjoy it and then let me know how you feel, about it. It was a pleasant morning, and it's just been a week since I found out I was pregnant. I heard a voice from down the hall. Hey, Nay, Nay. In my mind, I'm like, damn, it was him, the devil himself. He sounded pissed and frustrated all at the same damn time. Yes, Slick, I answered. Now, I done told your dumb ass earlier. I was having a couple homies coming over here to burn some CDs and smoke a couple blunts. Now, if you don't find some damn where for these damn kids to go, I'ma beat your ass and leave this be for a long damn time. In my mind, I really didn't care whether he left or not. I'm always left alone and I don't miss him when he gone. I didn't understand why he said that because my kids weren't in his way, no way. So I said, okay, with a fake smile on my face. He looked at me like he could have knocked my soul out of my body. Then, as I walked away, he said, "Okay, bitch, before I forget, I'll be looking for me a new one soon, and your ass still gonna be here, barefoot and pregnant." I didn't respond to him. I kept walking. That was the worst mistake I could have made. Before I knew anything, I felt something hit me hard as hell in the back of my head, and I hit the floor. He flipped me back over on my back and said, "You gonna do what the fuck I tell you because you belong to me. And a disobedient bitch will forever get walked over. Now play with it." Tears was rolling down my face as I was thinking to myself as I was trying to get up off the floor. How could I continue to let this happen? I just pray my baby is all right and I can get my children out of this mess. He got a phone call. It was one of the dudes that he was expecting. He turned around and left to finish his phone call. I couldn't bear to look at Slick in his eyes. I knew in his heart he didn't give a damn about me or his kid I was carrying. Immediately, I called my friend. I asked her if me and my kids could come over to her house for a little while. Being the black sheep of the family, I didn't bother to call any of them because I knew they really didn't give a damn about me anyway. As I was driving down the road, I was still worried. I felt really bad. It had been a long time since I've been over anybody's house without him. I tried to pull myself together because I knew she was going to have a lot of questions to ask. The questions started rolling as fast as the tears started falling. The kids were just as happy to see other people as I was. I told her I was battling my mind right now and I needed some encouragement. I know she was aware that I had a bad night. I'm probably more sensitive now, for one, because I took a vulnerable step, and for two, because of this damn monster. She told me that she was sorry for all that was happening with us, but she was proud of how I was handling everything. She said, "I know you're not good, but you were out here looking to fill a void. And you would think that you would have found somebody worth your while already by now, huh, little sis?" So tears started rolling down her face as she spoke. Then she went on to say, "You will find the right one. But I'll be glad when you do because I hope you be tired enough to be done with him for real. This dude is crazy as hell. He used you as a punching bag so much that I'm scared he gonna do the same thing to your kids." I couldn't even be mad at her because everything she said was right. I get a phone call and it was him. He'd never called to check on me, so shit seemed real suspect. So I was sure what was going on. So I told my friend, "Look, I gotta go." But I asked her if the kids could stay a night and get them, and I'll get them the next day. She agreed. Before I left, she told me to be careful. So I get in the car, I clean my tears, and then I drive off. So I reached home feeling reassured, but I was still depressed. I pulled up to the complex and I called his phone. The phone kept ringing and ringing, no answer. So I kept calling and calling and still nothing. In the back of my mind, I knew it was some fuck shit going on because he make it too damn obvious. I really didn't know what to think. So I didn't get myself all worked up or anything because I knew my situation. So I get out the car and I head to the door. I didn't see the living room light on, so I knew his company had left by then. So I opened the door. The TV was on and turned up a little louder than it should. Nobody was watching it, so shit, I turned it off. I was headed to the bathroom and I hear a female voice say, "Did you hear that shit, baby?" I heard the door close. He responded, "Nah, baby, that's the TV." Look, I know what I heard, but I had to pee so damn bad, so I went on and I used the bathroom. I come out the bathroom and I head to my room because I knew what I heard. So I opened the door. I said, "Damn, Slick, what the fuck are you doing? What the fuck is this?" I burst into tears. "I hate you, you disgusting bastard." The girl looked at me and then looked at him. She jumps up. He say to her, "Fuck her. Let her enjoy. Let's enjoy what the fuck we were doing." She say, "No, Slick, this not right. She's pregnant." Slick said, "You think I give a fuck about her being pregnant?" She responded and said, "What you mean, Slick? What are you saying?" I turned around to leave after he pushed her back on the bed. He comes behind me and he said, "Where the fuck you think you going, huh?" I screamed at him and I said, "Don't fucking touch me. Don't even fucking dare." I'm sobbing at this point. My emotions everywhere to see another woman in a bed that I paid for. He said, "You thought I was gonna stop fucking this bitch for you?" I'm like, "What you mean, Rick? Let me just leave then." He laughed and said, "Man, go to fuck the bed and get the fuck out of my room with all that bullshit you talking. You ain't going no damn where. If you think you finna leave back out that door, just know your ass belongs to me." I already knew what time it was, but at that point, I ain't even care. I knew something was up with that bitch because that bitch was always coming around the complex. And a couple times when I was at work, my neighbors said that they saw that bitch coming in and out my house several times. He left and he went back to the bedroom. I sat on the couch for a while thinking about all the shit that just happened. I had to get out of there one way or the other. So I went to the bathroom. I couldn't believe I was caught up with somebody like him. I'm crying hard as hell because I'm tired. I grabbed my bag to look for my phone. I called the police department. "Please send someone to Lambert Community Apartment, apartment G2. My husband beating on me and I'm pregnant. I'm in a bathroom with the door locked now. He's in our bedroom with another woman and threatened to beat me if I leave." So the officer said, "Stay there, I'm on my way." He overheard my conversation and kicked the door in. He pushed me in the tub. He hollered in the bedroom and told the girl to get the fuck out. This bitch done called the police on me. He said, "You a fucking clown ass bitch for that shit. How the fuck you gonna call the police on me?" He punches me in the stomach and I fall back in the tub. I be damned if I go back to jail. Bitch, I can't believe your dumb ass pulled this shit. So he leave out the bathroom and check the window for the police. I get out the tub and I run to my kid's room and lock the door. He said, "Girl, open the fucking door acting like I won't kick this bitch down too." He heard the police siren and he said, "Fuck, bitch, I'll be back. This shit ain't near about over." And I heard a window go up, so I know he jumped out of it. So I get up and I unlock the door because I heard the knocking at the door. It was the police. She started to question me. "Are you okay, ma'am? What happened?" She motioned me to come in the house because the neighbors were nosy as hell. She comes inside and we sit down and I tell her what had took place. I watched her facial expression, waiting on her response, and she asked me, "Where is he?" I turned and I looked at her. I said, "I don't know. I heard the window go up when you pulled up. So he must have jumped out the window." So she didn't say, "Wait right here. I'll be back." But she never did. So you guys, that's the end of that chapter. I was getting upset while I was reading. But that is a part of my book. It is to be continued. Um I hope you guys enjoyed that and I hope um you guys give me some feedback um and let me know how you feel about it. And if you are watching, you know my emails and stuff, I put that on there for you guys to give me some feedback and let me know what you think about it. So you know that those type of situations are not healthy. And a lot of people can tell you time and time again, "Get out of there. He ain't no good. She ain't no good." But until you get tired for real, like you hands down tired, like, "Dude, you can hit me one more time, get your last lick in, because that's it, tired." You're going to keep going back. And the only people that's going to be hurt in the end is the kids if they're involved, because they're going to try to protect you. But if they're going to keep protecting you and you still going back to the same thing over and over and over and over, then that goes to show the kids are getting abused because you still going to go back. So in my opinion, it's still a form of child neglect because they want to save you, but you take your anger out on them because they telling you to leave that person. They telling you to leave that person. They giving you all the signs. They showing all the signs. They are stressing out. They're isolating themselves. They're doing all these things. but you're not getting the signs. You're not hearing them. They're crying out all the time. So I just want to know what you guys think so far. Mr. Mo, what do you think so far about what you
I
just
mean, just keep up with the success you're doing with your life. You know, hey, you had to go through you had to be delayed to get delivered. So, I mean, there was a delay on everything that happened on. So, at this point, you know, you just got to pick up the pieces and you got to pick up the pieces and move forward and learn from it. You know, you can't sit and, you know, and lay in it and just allow God to use what you've been through for where He's going to take you.
thank you? I appreciate that. Miss Moore, what do you think?
Shy. I can't wait till it hit the shelves, cause I will be the first one to get my book. Cause I want to get mine autographed. I want to get my autograph first. So
Yes.
5 years from now, I be like, you got that book, show us. I got the original, boo. Yep, I like it. I like it.
I'm
It's
gonna
coming from the heart, and you can tell. You can feel you in your writing. You can feel it, and when you can feel it, you you may not have witnessed what you witnessed, but the similarity is there. And you can say, I feel her pain. I feel her pain. I know what she's going. I know what she's been through. Been there, done that. And when you done been there, you done been down through there. Oh my God. Yeah. To hear those words, see, people don't understand. You can hit me. Okay, I may have black eye. That eye it's gonna come back to normal eventually. But those words, they cut you up. And that's a low blow. And when you call a person out their name and talk down to them and talk up under their clothes, as the old people said, that's ugly. That hurts. But I enjoyed that book. I enjoyed that little bit, that little clip. Now I can't wait for the movie. Who gonna play you?
I
Girl,
don't know.
I put that blonde wig on, I'll come on down through there. They'll be like, that ain't in the script, but this is what she would have said. Work with it. Just like that. Yeah. Congratulations. I like it. Keep
Thank
going.
you. Um, a question. Oh, my brother said cock loaded and ready and trying to go. I hear you, bro. That was years and years ago, though. I've learned. I've been. If I knew then what I knew now, he wouldn't have got the first.
Oh my God.
He wouldn't have got the first lick in. Um, my daughter is curious to know when was the first time he hit me. Well, the first time was like maybe a month in. Maybe a month in was the first time, but I could have left then, but because I didn't have family, I had nobody. That was somebody. It was better to have somebody than nobody for me being a child-minded person that I was then, young and dumb. I was like, oh, he hit me one time. He ain't gonna hit me no more. He was just upset. Time became two, time became a lot. It just went from there. And so, yeah, it was like a month in now. So, what do you think about the story, now? I
Well,
see
see,
that
I
name.
mean, you know I like reading, but I don't know if I'm be able to read your book. But I am, because I like read, and you my mama, so like I'm gonna read the book. But like, who just know you can't come to my house while I'm reading, okay?
Okay, whatever
I'm
that
just
means.
I'm for real. Cause you know how I be yelling at the characters in my book. I'm gonna try to like make. I'm gonna try to put it in my mind like I'm not related or connected to nobody in the book. That way, like I can read it and have my own opinion.
I know
I'm
what
I'm
you
not
mean.
for it like that.
But yeah, that's just one chapter, you guys. It's so many more to go. I'm going to like do a small book of little excerpts of certain little parts, because the way that I see that it's set up now is that I have to do like A lot. Okay, Mama, I'll see you. I love you, and thank you for giving me your feedback. But I think the way that it's going now, everybody's there. Different parts of it is like huge to me. So I don't know how I'm gonna go about doing it. I'm just gonna ask God to show me the way. But yeah, I enjoyed the topic, which was again, have you been in an Ike and Tina situation? And if you have, were you the Ike or were you the Tina? And if you had not, have you ever witnessed the situation and how did it make you feel? So again, for all the listeners that are out there, I want to ask King Mo, what advice would you give someone that is going through a current Ike and Tina situation?
My advice would be walk away when the situation get heated. My advice would be, you know, it takes gas to blaze up a fire. And if you're traveling in the spirit and you know God the way you do, you know, everybody needs an audience to clown. Everybody wants feedback and energy from, you know, other peers because of, you know, how they allow spirits to take hold to them in those situations. So with that being said, you know, you being who you are now, if you are in this situation, you know, if you see it brewing or if you see it coming at you, somebody got to be the smarter and walk off because can't nobody argue by themselves. They can argue within themselves, but they can't argue by themselves. So they need that energy to scrape up to keep going. So when in a Ike and a tennis situation, before we get physical, it always starts mental and always starts emotional. But at the end, someone has to be the smarter and walk off to diffuse the situation. So if you got the ability and you got to exit, you know, why not exit before you enter a situation? Because like if you do it, if it happened one time, ain't allowed, and there's no solution behind the problem, it'll happen again.
That's true. I appreciate that. Thank you. Miss Jeanette said she enjoyed the book. She enjoyed it and she can't wait for the book. Um, oh, she said she had to log off. Okay, and again, I appreciate the family that did come in to support me on today, which was William Forby and Miss Cassandra Gardner. And Lanala, she said that she seconded the motion that your uncle said as far as I don't owe you anything.
They
Um,
can't just gang up on me like that. That's not fair.
So at this time, I would like to say thank you, you all for tuning in to the show today. It was an amazing topic, and you guys gave an amazing some amazing feedback. And hopefully, in the future, with future topics, if you have any ideas that you want to bring to the forefront, feel free to bring them up and let us know so that we can get it out. Do you want to reiterate on the projects or Tennessee Fleet that you have going on? Because yeah, I am too a member of Tennessee Fleet, and we also have Texas Texas Week, Fleet Week in Texas. Is it the December the 9th through the 12th, right?
That's true.
Okay, we have Texas Fleet Week December the 9th through the 12th, and we are inviting all that would like to become a part of Fleet to be a part of this event. It is going to be a very huge event where there are different avenues and different divisions that you can be a part of, and you can become a part of a whole new family. With that being said, if there's Nida, do you want to speak on your job and what you guys are doing there?
And no, I don't like these people today. They don't deserve my time.
Oh wow. Okay. So with that being said, she don't want to talk about them. Okay. So thank you, you guys, for tuning in. And this is our hour. And hopefully, like we said, this is not a confrontation. This is a conversation. Always on the Roy Anthony Show. I am your host, Miss Uniqueness. And I will see you on next, no, on Thursday with the second topic. I'm not sure if I'm going to speak on the roaches with Newport packs, or I'm going to talk about maybe, I don't know. I'll surprise y'all. So until next week, until Thursday, y'all be blessed and tell about 5 people y'all love them. Thank you, Lanila. I love you, girl. So until next week, till Thursday, you guys, I'll see you guys at the same place at the same time. Love you guys.